Hello everyone and welcome to another video here on YouTube, and today we are checking out a game that up until I played it I was quite excited for. This is GT Manager 24 and anybody that knows me will know that I'm a big fan of motorsport games. I haven't done nearly enough motorsport content on my channel, but I'm a big fan of motorsport, and in particular I love GT racing and I love endurance racing in real life. World Endurance Championship, GT World Challenge, British GT, all those sorts of good things, right? So when I saw this demo, when I saw this game traded, in fact, on social media, immediately I got excited. I thought, okay, maybe there's something to this. Now, I have to sometimes temper my expectations with these because often a trailer can be misleading, shall we say. And unfortunately, I'm here to report that that is very much the case. I have just finished playing this and actually recording my live reactions to this, but actually I thought that my live reactions to this doesn't do the game justice from both sides of the argument here, from both sides of the fence, whether you're happy with this type of game or whether you're like me and wanted something more. So yeah, let's get into it and I'll explain what I mean. Before we do that though, as always, if you like this content, if you like this type of video, please hit that like button down below. Please comment with your thoughts on this game, on this video, subscribe for more, and ring the notification bell for all the latest upload notifications, and of course join the Discord. Link for that is in the description below as well. So let's get into it then. So here we are in our homepage here right now. Now I could go and show you the racing, but what I'll probably do is I'll probably run some racing footage over the top. But effectively, anybody that's played the mobile game will be instantly at home. That's the easiest way to do it. Now, I have played the mobile game, but only very recently. I played the mobile game after I did a bit of digging when this first was announced. I sort of thought, oh, has this company got a background in making games? Have they got any pedigree in this? Found that they made a mobile game. Alarm bells went off immediately because, you know, manager games or any games ported from mobile to PC often are not, you know, anything more than just a port of the exact same game. But I rested in optimism, cautious optimism, so we say, that perhaps we would get a Motorsport Games version of this. So Motorsport Games, for those of you that don't know, made, is it Motorsport Games? I can't remember if that's the name of the company, but Motorsport Manager, for me, is the pinnacle of motorsport management games. It made a fantastic game 6 or 7 years ago now. Unfortunately, we've not seen a sequel, and probably at this point are very unlikely to, but they had a mobile game first and foremost, and they made a PC simulation game and went into much greater detail. It was a very, very different game from the mobile version. So I was kind of hoping that maybe we get another story like that, that maybe these guys had seen the opportunity, seen the big gap in the market that exists for Motorsport Manager games, and thought, right, we're going to go and fill that gap. Unfortunately, though, that is not the case, and I'm going to run some footage now so you can see what the game looks like when you're actually playing. Effectively, there is very little to this other than what is already in that mobile game. The racing is very linear. Strategy plays very little into the actual grand scheme of things. It is basically make sure you pit before your tyres are fucked, and make sure you constantly switch between going fast and going slow so that your engine doesn't overheat. And that's kind of all there is to it. There's no real element of tacticalness. There is supposedly, based on a screenshot that I saw at the end of this demo, the ability to tweak car setups a little bit, but based on everything else I've seen with this game, I can't really see where that's going to make the difference. I can't see how that's going to realistically impact the game too much. So anyway, I played with the game. We've gone through the marketing. I'll show you the sort of thing we're talking about here. So you can upgrade cards to give you stuff. You get XP, your advanced levels. Oh no, look, I'm getting more stuff. I can go to the car factory and do the same thing. I can upgrade the steering on the chassis. You know, I can go into the drivers, and I can't right now, but I could upgrade my drivers if I wanted to. And we do have some licensed drivers. I think it's 20, so not many, but there's some, which gives it a degree of authenticity. We also have a lot of cars in the game, which is pretty cool. I don't know if I can show you the full list or not. Is it in Garage? It's in here. So here we go. Look. So GT4, GT3, GT2, GTE and Hypercar are all prevalent in the game. You won't find every single car from the racing series. So GT4, for example, there's a couple of big misses. You know, there's no Merc in here, for example. Into the GT3 category, there are many that are missing from there. Into the GT2, there's actually plenty more GT2s in here than I thought. The Celine S7, that's quite an old car. So unless they've brought that back for GT2 in real life, I'm not so sure that's an up-to-date one, but I could be wrong. It has got the crossbow, the R8, the 935, and the 911 GT2, so that's kind of good. That's quite padded out. GTE, we've got the Vantage and the C8R. Brabham have never been in GTE, so which is a cool car. Don't get me wrong, the BT62 is an amazing car. I've seen that at Goodwood, but it's not. It was never in GTE. So we're missing loads of GTE cars there, aren't we, really? I mean, we're missing Ferrari, Porsche, Ford, if you want to go back a bit further, BMW as well. So that's that. And then into the hypercar section, this is where it gets a little bit weird, because I can't work out which season this is based on, if it's based on any season at all. Bugatti have never been in hypercar, and as far as I know, there are no plans to be. Aston Martin Valkyrie is not coming until 2025. Peugeot are currently there, Porsche are currently there. The Glickenhaus has been and gone. That finished at the end of the season, just gone, I think. So for 24-25, they're not in World Endurance anymore, I think. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. So look, we've got a good array of cars, regardless of, you know, which season they're targeting or anything else. The fact that they've got some licensed cars is pretty cool, and I'm sure this can be expanded upon as well. So this is where the level of authenticity, dies away. The races themselves, whilst they've got names of tracks, and actually in some cases I think the tracks are sort of half mimicking their real life versions. I mean, Bahrain, if you look at that layout of that track, it's sort of similar, but not quite. The same with Malaysia. I don't think that's quite right, but again, it's similar. But that's all. Unfortunately, that was all we're able to see, just those 3 tracks in this demo. I think there's 12 in it altogether. But yeah, that's kind of all it is, and I'm absolutely gutted. The sounds were really drony, sorry. There was no real beef to them. The racing itself wasn't particularly exciting because the cars all just bunched up together, and your car is either massively slower or massively faster than the cars around you. There's just nothing to it. There's no pit stop animations. I appreciate there's a demo, so I'm sure there's much more that can be done before the game releases, but it is quite obviously going to be a free-to-play game, in my opinion. And look, here is our battle pass. There's all the monies that we can get, and cards, and we've got rarities of cards. We've got all these different departments that we can get. You know, as you go up through the leagues, you're going to get lots of different things. So it's all... Oh, God, it's so disappointing. I mean, look, as I said, you're going to come down on one of two sides of this fence, right? You're either going to be a kind of a casual racing fan, I guess, if that's the right way to put it. Perhaps you already knew that this game was going to be like this. Maybe I've got the wrong end of the stick with all the trailers and the marketing surrounding this game. I felt like this was going to be a step up from that mobile game. That's what it felt like to me. So yeah, if you're on the side of the fence where you don't mind that sort of thing, then that's fine. It's going to be, you know, business as usual. It's going to be a free-to-play game you can jump in and out of and not really take too seriously. The other side of the fence are people like me who are crying out for a Motorsport Manager sequel, effectively. And this kind of had all the hallmarks and trademarks of something that could do that. Up until I started playing the game and realised what I was getting myself into. So yeah, that's really disappointing. F1 Manager exists. It's a great game. There's still some glaring omissions from the game that break some of that level of realism for me. But as an alternative solution, it's a great game. I have a lot of fun on that. So yeah, I'm gutted. So I guess from a World Endurance point of view and a GT point of view, I'm back to, you know, AMS2, ACC, those sorts of games, and of course Le Mans Ultimate, made by Motorsport Games, is it? Maybe that's where I'm getting confused. Motorsport Games, I'm pretty sure, the guys who made R Factor 2, they've made Le Mans Ultimate that comes into early access in 15 days' time on the 20th of February. So, and the jury is out on that one, frankly, for those who are fans of World Endurance Championship because of their track record recently. So the jury is out on whether that one's going to release in a particularly good state. So yeah, I'm absolutely gutted that I couldn't do more on this game. I was really looking forward to this. I really thought this was going to be a game that I could make a bunch of content for, do like a series playthrough. But maybe I should go back to Motorsport Manager. Maybe I should just go back to the OG and get back playing that again, because unfortunately there is nothing here for hardcore racing fans like myself. This is as casual as it's going to get. And yeah, I am personally massively disappointed, but I understand if you're not as into racing as I am and hardcore racing as I am, then you're probably, you know, shrugging your shoulders, thinking that this is okay, and, you know, you're going to be looking forward to something like this. So I will keep a close eye on this, or an eye. Actually, I won't really keep a close eye. I'll keep an eye on this just to see how it develops. Again, as a casual game, maybe it's something I can jump in and out of, but I mean, frankly, if you've got the mobile game, I don't see why you'd need this as well, because there's so little difference in it. Yeah, I'm gutted, I'm disappointed, but it is what it is. Those are my impressions of the game. Obviously, I've been running some footage over the top of the game so you can kind of see what the game looks like when it's playing. But there's really not much else to say. So thank you very much, everyone, for watching. Let me know in the comments down below whether you are as disappointed as I am, or whether you shrug your shoulders and this is just going to be what it is, and you're more than happy to play a little free-to-play game, a little casual racing game like this. Yeah, look. Maybe this game is going to be good anyway, as it is, judging it on its merits, judging it on what it is designed to be. I'm sure it's going to be fine. You know, I'm judging it based on what I wanted to see in a game of this type, in a personal preference, and what games I like. So my judgment is somewhat one-sided. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below if you share that opinion. Make sure you like the video, make sure you subscribe, ring that notification bell for more, join the Discord for more continued conversations, and we'll see you all in the next one.